Welcome to Tinkering with Gever. I'm Gever, and this is my workshop. 4 days a week, I'm in here tinkering around with common, everyday items, and we try to explore new ideas every week. This week is all about vibration and things that vibrate. So that's our theme for the week. I'm going to put that right up there. Vibrate. Bzzz, things that vibrate. We're not going to need a lot of complicated supplies today, but we will need some new things that we haven't used yet. We will, of course, need some tape. Something to cut cardboard with. Could be scissors, could be a knife, whatever you are most comfortable with. And today we're going to need some chopsticks or small sticks. I'm using some disposable bamboo chopsticks, a piece of string, or a rubber band. So if you have those items, you can tinker along with me. If you don't worry. You can always watch this again and try building with us. When I think of things that vibrate, I think about anything that's under tension, that's tight, and can be plucked or strummed or played with a bow. And the one instrument that I've learned how to play that's like that is the ukulele. This is mine. It's quite old, and it's been beat up. It has a crack that I fixed with a piece of duct tape at a concert once. But the ukulele is a very simple stringed instrument. It only has 4 strings, and you can see them right here, how they are tightened to change the pitch of the note. So if I pluck on this one and turn this peg, little out of tune. Now let's see if we can figure out where that was supposed to be. When I'm having trouble finding the note, I use a little device called a tuner. And when I power this on, it will tell me what note it hears. La! Not enough vibration in my voice for it to hear. But if I clamp it onto the head, dun dun dun, you can see that. There's a B. And what's this note? A G. And what's this note trying to be? It's trying to be a D. Oh, so close. Okay, there it is. So an ukulele makes sound by vibrating the strings. And the shape of the ukulele amplifies the sound of that vibration, gives it something to resonate with. So we can hear it very well and very clearly. Let's go take a look at that outside. Okay. Went outside because there's bright sunlight out there, and that helps the slow motion camera capture more detail. So if we were going to try to make something that made noise the same way, obviously we'd need a string, some way to adjust the tension, the tightness of that string, and then something to support the other end of the string to keep the string from pulling out. So let's just let's go to the sketchbook and try to work out the design for our cardboard single string ukulele. Okay, so we have this place where the strings attach. We have this long expanse for the string. And then up here, we have something to tighten the strings with. On a guitar, these are called pegs, or the ukulele, they're also called pegs. And a little something supporting the string I see right here. So let's see which of these details we could turn into cardboard if we just simplified this. And I just have a piece of cardboard. It's about as big as my page, which looks like, 12 inches. 12 inches, 30 centimeters or so. 25 centimeters or 10 inches, 9.5, 10 inches. So we're not going to be super precise about this. We're not trying to make a perfect working instrument. What we're trying to do is make something that will be strong enough to resist the tension we put on the strings. And when I think of things that are strong in cardboard, I think of triangles. We tested this out earlier in a previous episode where I was able to stand on this, and it seems to me that a string pulling against, like trying to squeeze these sides together, would have a very hard job indeed. So let's see if we can take advantage of this design, make something that we can put the string on and tension up the string. So I've just got this cardboard, and before I cut anything, I'm just going to think through how that would work. So if we have, so that's going to be like the neck of the ukulele. So we're going to need some way to, and it's going to be a triangle behind. And this little piece here, maybe that can just be part of a chopstick. So if I just had that across there, yeah. So if we imagined a chopstick right across there, and then we're still going to need something for tuning, but if we imagine just putting our string on here, yeah, our string goes over the chopstick and then down and around the bottom, and we'll figure out how to attach that. And then this one up here, remember we have this that the strings go over, so I guess maybe let's just put another chopstick across here. and that'll go over, and then somehow we'll attach that. And I think once we have the physical triangle made and we get these chopsticks in place, maybe we can figure out what that would be. So let's get started. Yeah, let's try and make that. And to do that, I just have to decide how wide my triangle is going to be and replicate that. And I want to use that. So if this is a little over 9 inches wide, 9, if it's 9 inches wide, and I need 3 parts, 9 divided by 3 is equal to 3. So that means this distance from here to here will be 3 inches, 7.5 centimeters. So 7.5 centimeters. Okay. So 3 inches this way, and we know this is 12. And now I'm just going to mark out my 3 inches on each. I'm going to include this because I think that's just going to make it stronger. 3 and 6. And 3 and 6. I've never tried to make this before, so... Oh, and the one thing I did do was pick out a piece of cardboard where the sort of ribs of the cardboard were going in the long direction. I didn't want to try to make it out of this and then have the cardboard just fold, because the ribs were making it strong in the wrong direction. We want the ribs to go the long way down what will be the neck of our instrument. So let's try that out, and I'll just get my knife to make a quick cut and line that up. And now I'm going to be careful. I only want to cut through the top layer of the cardboard. And also follow the ruler. That looks pretty good. Now we'll try this one. And if I make a mistake, it's just cardboard. We'll find another piece and we'll lay it out and do it again. Okay. Well, that seems pretty good. And that could be the top of our neck. And I think what I'll do is I'll make one more cut right along here so that I have something to fold over onto this other piece. Yeah. Yep. Okay. I'm going to do that right here. And maybe you noticed I didn't even measure. I just kind of like, that feels about right. Sometimes we can do that, and sometimes we have to be very precise. So now we have something that traps the other flap, which is nice because we can put a piece of tape right inside there. Let's do that next. And get a piece of tape. Yeah. And I always like to try and keep my tape job as simple as possible. And I like to rub that down with my fingernail or a little piece of a chopstick to get the adhesive to really stick to the cardboard. And then I'm going to do the other end. I like to keep my tape job as simple as possible. If I can figure out a way where, in order to stick two things together, I can start by sticking the tape to one of those things, that's how I'm going to do it. And so this comes up inside here. And now when I go around the corner, I'm going to pull kind of tight, because I want to squeeze those two together. And same on this end. I want to pull kind of tight and squeeze them together. And now, this seems like a pretty good place to be the top of our musical instrument. We'll put this here. I banged into the camera. We'll put this here and this over here and put a string across it and see if we can get enough tension to make a note. Or maybe what we should try today is first try with a rubber band. I have a couple of different kinds of rubber band that I've been collecting in a bag. And this one looks like it can stretch to be long enough. So let's try that. Now my chopsticks are a little too long, so I'm going to show you a little trick I have for cutting a chopstick. And I want to see how much chopstick I need. This much. I've got a nice mark, and if I roll the chopstick while pushing down on the knife, I can make a groove that goes all the way around the chopstick right at my mark. So I'm just going to push on that a little bit more, going around, following that groove, and then ta-da! So I'll just make a mark, make another one. Push and roll. Look at how nice that comes out. Precision. I'm going to save this piece in case we need another one, need to make another one. Okay, and now I'm going to put this one I'm going to tape in place, and this one I'm going to make it so we can adjust it. So let's try that out. I think having too many loose parts makes life hard. So and I'm going to just capture this chopstick in the tape. So you can see chopstick is running right down the middle of the tape. And now, oh, I kind of wish I'd made this tape longer, because then it could go down the sides of our instrument. Whoops. Stuck it to the tape too soon. Okay. And then this goes on here. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. And now, oh, here's my other piece of, I almost lost that. Now I'm going to put the string on, or in this case, rubber band. And I'm just capturing the rubber band in that little groove from the fold that we made, and I see that it's going to tear through the cardboard right there. So I'm going to reinforce that cardboard, make it stronger. That's what reinforcing means, with this piece of tape. And I think I want it to go this way, which is a very awkward way to have to tape, but if I just, there we go, push it onto the inside, I can get it to go around that sharp corner. Okay, this is our first try at this, so if it doesn't look pretty in this version, we could make another one that looked prettier. But let's try this. I just don't want the tape, the rubber band, to tear through the tape. Oh, I can use this as a little finger to get that tape on the inside to go into place, because my fingers are a little too big. Okay, that looks pretty good. It doesn't sound great because the rubber band is just buzzing against the cardboard. So let's try giving it a little bit of space. Hey! Well, I think, oh, let's see if we can make a specific note. See if we can tune it to play along with the ukulele. And I'm gonna put that on there, and we're gonna watch it together. Almost have a C. There it is. Hey. All right. Well, it's definitely the beginning of something. Try making one. See what kinds of noises you can get out of it. Hey. Well, that was some reasonably musical noise coming out of just a bit of cardboard and some rubber band and a couple of chopsticks. That's not bad. I bet there's a lot of ways we could improve that. I hope that you will fool around with those materials and try making some beautiful noises, or at least some interesting noises. And remember to always be nice to everyone who's in your house who has to listen to your noisy experiment. It's not always going to be pleasant for them. So, I think that's the end of this episode. In fact, I'm sure of it. It's been super nice getting to fool around with this idea. I hope you enjoyed it. And as always, be good to everyone around you. Be nice to yourself. Take care of those who need your help. And remember, the biggest playground in the universe is the one inside your own mind. There's always room to play and run. Get out and stretch your legs. Build a castle. Build a musical instrument out of cardboard right up here, even if you don't have a rubber band or a piece of string. Thank you for sharing this time with me. Looks like this is the end.